Right, guys, back with another recap. Today's recap is of Monday the 29th. Today's trade was quite a quick one. Again, could have been a lot more to it, if I'm being honest, but I wanted to sort of lock it in and take a good winner. I've had quite a good month so far. Shouldn't really let that affect anything, but I have had quite a really sort of nice month where I do want to lock in these sort of big, nice winners like today. Today I took what 350, 345, I think 345. I think that's what it took on the end. I just in the background the trade's playing out. The trade really, I'm looking at the market now about 15 minutes afterwards, and we're up. I took profit at 188, and we are all the way up now at 260. Where very comfortably, if I just moved break even or just trail a stop up, I could have locked in already at this point. I could have been locking in about 80 points. It's like where obviously I'm not going to trade that way. That's not how I trade, so I'm not upset about it in the sets. I'm not upset. I'm not worried. I'm not, it's one of them where to me though, I look back at this market saying it sort of should have been one of them where I look at the market. And if we're going to push up to the level that I took off at 88.25, I probably should be looking for the move all the way, for looking at seeing how we react off that and taking off that, because part of me is saying, oh yeah, just take the profit because that's a good profit for me. That's usually more than my losers are, and it puts me in a good position, really nice position. I'm up down the account $801, so that's really nice. But it's also part of me sits there and goes, I could have sat there and just seen how I reacted off this 87 level, 90 level. If we push through like we did and we start moving through the 200s, I can start trying to stop up. And that's how I could have traded this trade and probably still be in the trade right now and be up on the account right now, $1,600, or in the trade $1,600, and still going and seeing how we keep reacting. Obviously, I didn't do that. I didn't really. That's not how I trade, so I'm not upset with it. It's just one of them where it's something that I could look into at some point. Not yet though, because I feel like right now I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, keeping it simple, keeping it short, and that seems to be working for me right now. So we're going to keep going with that. Pots, as I said, pots me up to $800. I traded a little bit later than usual today, but it's just gone 5 p.m. my time, so I don't know what time that is in US, but I think market's open at 8:30, so market's open here 2:30, so what, 2.5 hours difference, 2.5 hours extra, so that'll be 11 a.m. sorry. So yeah, pots us about 11 a.m. US time. Didn't trade Friday. Friday was not a day I traded. I didn't go on at all. We had an optician's appointment for my daughter. So we were sort of just about to go and get started to sort of get ready to go. And then they called to say that we couldn't go because I didn't have the right person there. So that was brilliant. It meant that I was not ready to trade because it was by this point it was already about 3-4 o'clock. I'd already mentally sat there and knew I wasn't going to be trading that day, and then to sit there and be like, oh, you can go on actually. I just didn't want to, not on a Friday, not when I've had quite a good week, and not when I've had quite a good month. I didn't really want to sit there and throw away the day or throw away a good week because I sit there and go on and I start getting a little bit upset because I'm not mentally ready to trade today at all, or that day at all. So I took the day off, took the weekend, and yeah, it seems like it's been pretty decent. Really happy with this week, really happy with this month in general. It's one of them where I had quite a tough June. May wasn't amazing either. But I did see a lot of progress in these 2 months where I wasn't too worried about the P&Ls. I think June I was down $820 on the month. Not June, that was May. June I was down $108 on the month. And then this month so far, now granted we've still got 2 days left, so I don't want to sit there and jinx it. I don't want to sit there and give myself sort of any pressure to sit there and keep it going, because in the grand scheme of things, if I feel like it's too much pressure, I won't trade because I'm up quite a good bit, and I'll just reset and go for August then. But at the minute, I am up on the month $1,730, which when I'm trading with such small size I am trading, only one contract, it's quite nice. Like that's very sort of a good profit for me. That feels really good. Really sort of feel like I'm that's the sort of reaping the rewards of trading so consistently well and so consistent and so patient and all that sort of stuff over the last 2 months beforehand, where I've made back more than I lost in those 2 months combined already. I think over those 2 months I was on about $910, $920. I'm now up and up on the account in general now as well, which is really nice. What is my plan with, as much as it's not something I'm thinking about too much yet, payout is obviously something that I am thinking about to a certain level. Probably want to leave at least $2,000 in the account before I start looking at payouts. $2,000 probably bare minimum want to leave in. Ideally, I would like to leave probably closer to three and then take a payout from that. It's one of them where for me, I will just see how it goes over the next couple of weeks. Not really something that I'm thinking about doing in the next week or two, maybe even three. I would like to because I want to pay myself, but I also don't want to sit there and take a payout too early and then have a sort of put myself in a position where I have to worry too much about my drawdown, because right now I don't worry about drawdown at all. I'm at max 4.5k drawdown right now. I'm not in a position where I need to worry about it. The only reason I do want to take a payout is because I do want to sit there, lock in some of the profits, and also open up another combine, because I don't want to add money, my own money. I want to sit there and use this as sort of a combining tool, and sort of put myself in a position where I can take the money from this account that I take out and put it into another account, and then pass that account, and then slowly sort of build up where I have 5 XFAs, and then that would be sort of where I'll be in a sort of situation where I've got 5 XFAs, all going well. Then I would start funding a personal account and so on and so on. That's what my goal is realistically. Is it something that I'm expecting to do anytime soon? No. Is it something I was planning to do before Christmas maybe? Yeah, I would like to sit there and say my aim would be to get into at least another 2 XFAs by September, or at least one, we'll say, by September. And then sort of over that September, October, sort of try and get into sort of having 3 or 4, because as soon as I do get 2, it will sort of combine quite quickly into 3 or 4. And then from 3 or 4 to go to 5, and then hopefully by sort of beginning of next year, January, I'll feel a lot more confident with my trading, a lot more comfortable, and I can start sort of trading a bit differently and doing a bit different, not different, but do the same stuff, but just upscale it. That's the best way I can put it. But I'm looking very far in the future right now. I've got to take it day by day right now, take it as it comes. At the minute, I'm trading well. I could have a terrible August. That's plain and simple way of trading. I could have a terrible August and give back the majority of the profits that I've got from this month. That's just the way it is. But hopefully I don't. As long as I keep it slow and steady and I keep it going consistently, I will be fine. I know I'll sit there and take my profits that I need to take. I need to keep my losers in a position where they don't become too bad. And yeah, that's pretty much the basis of it. Okay, I'm going to end the video here. This is quite a long video for only 1 minute trade, but the last few videos I've been going on nice little rants, but I feel like they've been quite what's the word for it? They've been quite nice to hear rants, and quite positive rants, in a sense of progress is being made. I feel like I'm doing quite good, and that, you know, things are going in the right direction as of now. But we've got to keep it going. We've got to consistently keep going and see how things can go over the next month, because we've still got 5 months of the year left. So we will go with that. Okay, I'm going to end the video here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will be well. I will see you guys in the next one tomorrow or some point this week. Okay, see you.